Let's talk to Carlton Reid, executive editor of BikeBiz magazine, who joins us from our Newcastle studio, just underlining how vulnerable cyclists are. But do you agree with the AA when they talk about a two-tribe mentality, drivers versus cyclists?
Well, sort of no, because we're the same people. Cyclists, for instance, British Cycling, their 9 out of 10 members own cars. It's just that lots of them choose not to drive them. For instance, Shane Sutton, when he was cycling to work today, so he has a car, he drives lots, but he also chooses to ride his bike for very good speed, environmental, pollution reasons, and training probably to keep himself fit. So he'll ride into work. So it's not them and us. You know, motorists and cyclists are the same people.
Obviously they are, but it's interesting because a lot of people, anecdotally, and when you read about these things as well, when they get into a car, they're not observing, they're not paying enough attention to the fact that cyclists might be coming along on the inside. Do you think, I'm sure Bradley Wiggins was highly visible, for example, but do you think that some cyclists, though, do ride so badly that it's inevitable that they are going to get hurt?
I don't think so, because, well, there might be a small minority that it might be like that, but the great majority are riding safely, because you've got to remember that when you're driving a car, you've got a 1-ton exoskeleton around you, so you're not really that aware of your vulnerability. On a bike, you're incredibly aware of how vulnerable you are. So you are incredibly safe when you try and be incredibly safe when you're on a bike. So, for instance, when a lot of motorists complain that why are cyclists in the middle of the road, for instance? Well, chances are they're in the middle of the road because they're about to go around a corner, and it would be dangerous for that motorist to overtake at that exact point. So the cyclist will, what is called taking the lane. So the cyclist will then go out slightly towards the middle of the road in order to be safe. So a lot of the behaviour that motorists think cyclists are being lawbreakers and for some reason trying to annoy motorists, it's not. It's very often because of safety. They want to get home that night in safety.
All right, just briefly, I mean, the government's being urged to put more money into infrastructure. Which countries could show the way about the way forward?
Well, they're not very far away. We only have to get certainly where I'm in Newcastle, you just get a North Sea ferry and you land in Amsterdam. So it's not rocket science what people are proposing. Yeah, other countries do this. Other countries put good amounts of money into cycling. And then their population is healthier. So the Dutch, for instance, you know, as a population, they're far, far healthier than us Brits.
All right.
So more of us should be getting out there on our bikes.
All right, Carlton Reid, I'm sorry, we're out of time, but thank you very much for joining us. Carlton Reid, BikeBiz magazine executive editor.